You know what costs almost nothing but can save you thousands of dollars every single year? Common sense. The kind your grandmother had. Back when a dollar meant something and nothing ever went to waste, our grandmothers stretched every penny in ways most people have completely forgotten. My grandmother raised 6 children during some of the hardest times this country ever saw, and she never once complained about not having enough. She just made it work. Today I'm sharing 20 old-fashioned frugal habits she and women like her lived by, habits that still save real money right now in 2026. And stick around for number 1, because it's the single most powerful trick Grandma had and almost nobody does it anymore. Let's get into it. Number 20, cook from scratch. This is probably the single biggest money saver on this entire list. Our grandmothers didn't buy frozen dinners or meal kits delivered to their door. They bought flour, butter, eggs, and vegetables, and they turned those simple ingredients into meals that fed the whole family. A homemade pot of soup costs pennies compared to what you'd pay for a canned version, and it tastes 100 times better. If you only take one habit from this video, let it be this one. Start cooking from scratch, even just a few meals a week, and watch how fast your grocery bill drops. Number 19, save your bacon grease. Now this might sound strange if you've never done it, but every grandmother I've ever known kept a jar of bacon grease right next to the stove. You pour it through a strainer into a jar after cooking, and you use it instead of butter or oil for frying eggs, seasoning vegetables, making cornbread. It adds incredible flavor, and it means you're not throwing away something perfectly useful. 1 jar of bacon grease can replace weeks worth of cooking oil. Number 18, use every single scrap. Nothing went to waste in Grandma's kitchen. Vegetable peels, onion skins, celery ends, chicken bones, they all went into a pot to make homemade broth. Stale bread became breadcrumbs or bread pudding. Overripe bananas became banana bread. Leftover mashed potatoes became potato cakes the next morning. When you start looking at scraps as ingredients instead of garbage, you'll be amazed at how much less you throw away and how much less you need to buy. Number 17, bake your own bread. A loaf of bread at the store costs $3, $4, sometimes $5 now. A homemade loaf costs about 50 cents in ingredients, and it takes maybe 15 minutes of actual hands-on work. The rest is just waiting for it to rise. Our grandmothers baked bread because they had to. Today, we can bake bread because it saves real money and fills the house with the most wonderful smell you can imagine. Number 16, stretch your meals with beans and rice. Beans and rice were the backbone of frugal cooking for generations, and for good reason. They're incredibly cheap, they're packed with nutrition, and they can turn a small amount of meat into a meal for the whole family. A pot of red beans and rice, a big batch of chili, a hearty bean soup. These are the kinds of meals that cost almost nothing but leave everyone at the table full and satisfied. Those first 5 were all about the kitchen, because that's where Grandma saved the most money. But she had just as many tricks for the rest of the house, and some of them are going to surprise you. Number 15, make your own cleaning products. I remember walking into my grandmother's kitchen, and it always smelled like fresh lemons and vinegar. I didn't know it then, but she was making her own cleaners decades before it became trendy. A spray bottle of half vinegar and half water cleans almost everything. Baking soda scrubs sinks and tubs beautifully. A cut lemon deodorizes and shines. You can clean your entire house for about $2 worth of ingredients. Meanwhile, a single bottle of fancy spray cleaner at the store costs $6 or $7 and does the same exact job. Number 14, use bar soap instead of liquid. Our grandmothers used bar soap for everything. Hands, face, even laundry. Bar soap lasts significantly longer than liquid soap, costs a fraction of the price, and creates far less plastic waste. 1 good bar of soap can last a month or more. Compare that to how quickly you go through a pump bottle of liquid hand soap, and the savings really add up over a year. Number 13, switch to cloth napkins. Paper napkins and paper towels are one of those expenses that feel small but add up to hundreds of dollars a year. Our grandmothers used cloth napkins at every meal. You wash them with your regular laundry, they last for years. And they actually make your dinner table look nicer too. Even switching to just cloth napkins at dinner time can save you a surprising amount. Number 12, save every glass jar. Mason jars, pickle jars, jam jars. Grandma saved them all. She used them for storing leftovers, organizing pantry staples like flour and sugar and rice, holding buttons and sewing supplies, even as drinking glasses. Today, people pay good money for mason jars at the store. If you just start saving the ones that come through your kitchen naturally, you'll never need to buy storage containers again. Number 11, wash and reuse what you can. Now, I know this one might make some people uncomfortable, but our grandmothers routinely washed and reused aluminum foil, sandwich bags, even gift wrapping paper. If something still had life in it, it didn't go in the trash. I'm not saying you need to reuse everything, but being a little more mindful about what you toss out and what still has a use can save quite a bit over time. We're halfway through, and honestly, the next 10 save even more money than the first 10. If you're finding these helpful, tap that like button so more people can find this video. Number 10, hang your laundry out to dry. There's something about pulling sheets off a clothesline on a warm afternoon. My mother did it every single Monday without fail, and to this day, nothing smells quite as good as sun-dried sheets. But beyond the nostalgia, skipping the dryer saves real money on your electric bill. Your clothes actually last longer too, because the heat from the dryer wears down fabric faster than anything else. Even if you just air dry your heavier items like jeans and towels, you'll notice the difference on your next electric bill. Number 9, mend and repair your clothes. A missing button, a small tear, a fallen hem. These things used to be 5-minute fixes, not reasons to buy something brand new. Our grandmothers kept a sewing kit in the drawer and fixed things without even thinking twice about it. Learning to sew on a button or stitch up a small seam can save you from replacing perfectly good clothing. Honestly, it's a lot easier than most people think. Number 8, invest in cast iron. A good cast iron skillet lasts literally forever. Our grandmothers cooked with the same pans their whole lives, and many of those very same pans are still being used by their grandchildren today. You can find cast iron at thrift stores for next to nothing. Season it properly, take care of it, and you will never need to buy another cooking pan as long as you live. Compare that to non-stick pans that start peeling and need replacing every 2 or 3 years. Number 7, repair before you replace. When something broke in Grandma's house, the first question was never, where do we buy a new one? It was always, can we fix it? A wobbly table leg got glued and clamped. A torn window screen got patched. A dripping faucet got a new washer. Today, we're so quick to toss things and replace them that we forget how much money a simple repair can save. And 9 times out of 10, a repair costs a tiny fraction of what a replacement would. Number 6, grow something even if it's small. Our grandmothers had gardens because gardens meant free food. Fresh tomatoes, green beans, lettuce, herbs. Now you don't need a huge yard for this. A few pots on a sunny patio or a small raised bed can produce more food than you'd ever expect. And I'll tell you, the taste of a homegrown tomato, still warm from the afternoon sun compared to one from the grocery store, there is just no comparison. We're in the last 5 now, and these are really about the bigger picture. These are about how Grandma thought about money and about life itself. And honestly, these might be the most valuable ones of all. Before we get to the final 5 though, if you like straightforward tips that actually save real money, go ahead and hit subscribe and turn on notifications. I share videos like this every week, and I'd really hate for you to miss the next one. Number 5, shop your pantry before you shop the store. Before Grandma ever sat down to make a grocery list, she looked at what she already had. She'd check the pantry, open the fridge, peek in the freezer, and she'd plan her meals around what was already sitting right there. Before spending a single cent on anything new, this one habit alone can cut your grocery bill dramatically, because most of us have a lot more food sitting at home than we realize. We just don't think to look first. Number 4, use the cash envelope system. Our grandmothers didn't have credit cards. When the money was gone, it was gone. Many of them used a simple cash envelope system. One envelope for groceries, one for utilities, one for household needs. When an envelope was empty, you simply stopped spending in that category until next month. It sounds almost too simple to work, but it does. It forces you to be intentional about every single dollar, and that intentionality is what saves you the most money in the long run. Number 3, buy in bulk and learn to preserve. When something was on sale, Grandma stocked up, and more importantly, she knew how to make it last. Canning tomatoes from the garden, making strawberry jam in the summer, freezing vegetables for the cold winter months. Buying in bulk when prices are low and preserving food for later is one of the smartest things you can do for your grocery budget. Even today, learning to watch for sales, buy in larger quantities, and store things properly can save you a small fortune over the course of a year. Number 2, entertain at home instead of going out. Some of my very favorite memories are sitting around my grandmother's kitchen table, playing cards and eating warm pie she had baked fresh that morning. Nobody spent a single dime, and nobody wanted to be anywhere else. Going out to restaurants, going to movies, going shopping just for fun, those things drain your budget faster than almost anything. But a pot of fresh coffee, a deck of cards, a homemade dessert, and the company of people you love, that's a perfect evening, and it costs next to nothing. And now, the number 1 most powerful old-fashioned habit of all, the one I teased at the very beginning. Number 1, use a slow cooker or a pressure cooker. Our grandmothers knew something that most people today have completely forgotten. The cheapest, toughest cuts of meat become the most tender and absolutely delicious when you cook them low and slow. A tough piece of chuck roast that costs just a few dollars turns into the most incredible, fall-apart, melt-in-your-mouth pot roast after 8 hours in a slow cooker. Pressure cooker can do the very same thing in under an hour. These simple tools turn the least expensive ingredients at the store into meals that taste like you spent all day in the kitchen. And in a way you did. The cooker just did all the hard work for you. And there you have it. 20 old-fashioned frugal habits that worked for our grandmothers and still work beautifully today. The truth is, being frugal isn't about being cheap or doing without. It's about being smart, being resourceful, and truly respecting the value of what you already have. Our grandmothers understood that deep in their bones, and I think it's time the rest of us remembered it too. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these habits will you try first? And did I miss one your grandmother used to do? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who'd appreciate these tips, and subscribe if you haven't already. I've got plenty more old-fashioned wisdom coming your way. Until next time, take care, save smart, and always remember, Grandma knew best.